What's going on, Craftinistas? I have been MIA and trying to have a hard time getting projects completed with a little toddler to care for that's into everything. But I did want to set aside 30 days of gratitude, and I just wanted to, first of all, show this little journal that I put together, which is basically a paper bag album that I'm going to stuff with some journaling cards and this and that. And I wanted to go ahead and do this for the month of November. It is the month of Thanksgiving, the month of being thankful. And I just wanted to do, first of all, this little tutorial of how I put together this, and then little daily action of just a couple of minutes a day with a daily question. And I just want others to follow along with me if possible and just give a little answer to the daily question. And the daily videos will just be a couple of minutes long. This one is, of course, longer just to get things started. Don't have to do all that I'm doing with this. Just grab a Dollar Tree notebook and write in it and follow along. This age is a quick moving and electronic, and everything is so information age that sometimes we need to get in touch with our words and what's going on. And I thought that it would be great to leave this journaling challenge to all those for the month of November that wanted to join in. So for this video, I am going to turn off the comments because I don't want you to comment below. I want you to join in on the challenge and write a little bit a day. I decided to do this because I was talking to one of my good friends, and she was asking me about a show, this popular TV show. And I know a lot of friends are watching the show, and I watched a few episodes and it was okay. And I was like, it's slow moving. And they're like, it's good though, it's good. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. And I kept wondering to myself, and I'm like, everyone doesn't like the same things. I get that. But I was wondering, I had to dig deep, and I was like, why don't I like this show? Well, for me, it hit me that the show does a lot of back and forth. It goes from the present and into the past. And it hit home with me because you can't do that. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I guess. Don't quote me on that, but my mother started showing signs of dementia, led to Alzheimer's. Hard to get a correct diagnosis right now, but she has progressed, and we'll just say it's pretty progressive right now. And there are times when I wish I could go back to hear her just, talk or just participate in anything, and I think that's what hit home with me with that show, because it's reality where they, go back and forth like that, and you can't do that. And then I thought about another show that I'm obsessed with, and I watch reruns on Netflix. Don't make me look crazy, but over and over again. And it's a hospital drama, and it's high high speed, and it's funny. And in the show, the main character connects with her mother through, she finds out a lot about her mother through journals and her words that she left. Now, she wasn't telling about a diary style. It was a lot about, like I said, it's hospital drama. It's a lot about surgeries and a lot of medical things that went on, but you found a lot about her life through her words. And I thought to myself, maybe that's why I'm so, into this, because of that. A lot of times with life, our experiences help dictate the things that we're into or the things we're turned off in. And so sometimes people just need to, we just need to think about what others are going through, or, don't judge somebody for the things that they do, because you never know what someone's going through or what they're experiencing. Especially if they don't share it. Everyone doesn't share everything. So I thought that I would share that. That way it makes it real personal, and so you know where I'm coming from with this journal. I think it's very important to have words that you can always, it's something that you can always go back to. I know for me, my mother was a writer. She's still here, but I'm saying there's words on pages that I can go back and reflect on, and I appreciate that. So I myself wanted to go ahead and make sure that I do different journaling, make sure that I up that game. Like I said, we don't leave paper trails these days, even with jobs. Everything's electronic. So I thought that it would be neat to do some journaling, and sometimes if you make something special, it'll motivate you to do that. So I can reflect back on this, and then my family members can also look at that and see what I was thinking at that time. So I am making this for the month of November, and I'm just going to jot down some little things and answer a question every day. I hope you'll join me along on this. And like I said, it's only going to be a couple of minutes a day, and I think that you'll enjoy it. So I am finishing up this album. I am just wrapping up some ribbon underneath, and then I am leaving my ribbon pretty long because I want to stuff this. I'm going to stuff this. I'm going to use some cards, and I'm going to be using some thickers I'm going to be numbering my days. I might have some ribbon. I might have some flowers. Who knows what I throw on, what I'm going to end up throwing on my cards every day. And so I am using the longer ribbon so I can have room to be able to kind of somewhat close it up. So I'm somewhat using the fuse. My fuse tool that I got was a HLN. Was it HSN? Is it HLN? I'm having a brain freeze, guys. It was one of the first ones that came out package, and I believe it doesn't work as good as the other ones, I think, and I really don't want to give up on it. Like I said, I kept buying mats and things because I like the tool, but mine never worked right. So I think I'm going to end up replacing that one. But I ended up putting ended up getting it all pasted down and adding some of that leaf trim. I put a doily, and I'm using some letters here that say super happy memories. And I am decorating the front and getting this ready to be glued down. And that is the front cover. I decided to go with the acorns. I thought that was really bringing in my theme. And then I have all my mats down, and I just basically took a ruler and basically measured and just left a little bit off to go around. And this is day one. Day one is, what unexpected blessing are you grateful for? Unexpected blessings. So when I thought about that, of course, I thought about my children. So I decided for the first one to include a picture. This is my son, and this is my daughter. This picture is a couple years old, and they are 15 years apart. Yes, it said 15 years apart. Sometimes life doesn't work out the way we want it to. When you look back, how you wish they could have been closer, or things happen the way you wanted. But this was unexpected blessings. They are both a blessing, and I am happy and blessed to have them both. They both keep me on my toes. And I am just taking the back of that picture and writing that on there. So if you were looking at my album, you would know that this is what I was feeling, and this is how I labeled this picture. And then if this picture was in my camera, you would just see the picture. You wouldn't know what I wrote on the back of that. And so that is why I wanted to do this. And so I am just taking a little ephemera card here. It looks like a little library card, and sticking that on there for decoration. And if I want to write on that, I can. And then this is day one of my challenge, or day one of me journaling. And so all I'm going to do is just stick that number 1 on there, and I attached a paper clip to that. Then I cut it down and slipped it in there, and I have plenty of room for other pages. So come back and watch me fill them up. See you later, Crafty News.